From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, November 9th, 2015. I'm Paula Dagnan in for Ann Gownley. A shooting late this afternoon in Berwick is still under investigation. Police haven't released all details, but what we do know is it happened at the Berwick Industrial Development Association near 3rd and Oak Streets in the borough around 3:30. According to police and the Columbia County District Attorney, the still unidentified man opened fire in the area of the complex and was shot by Berwick officers. The suspect was taken to Geisinger Medical Center in Danville after being shot multiple times by police in the torso. One officer was reportedly struck by shrapnel, but is expected to be okay. We have no word yet on names, conditions, or what may have sparked the incident. WYLN will continue to follow the story. State police are looking for a man they say shot at a car full of people in Erbvale outside of Hazleton Sunday. 25-year-old Lizandi Antonio Trejo, known as Lee, is wanted on charges of aggravated assault and reckless endangerment. Police say he may be driving a black 2011 BMW with the license plate of JMD 3476. He is considered armed and dangerous. He has no permanent address but does have relatives in both Hazleton and in the New York City areas. State police say it was around 4:30 Sunday morning that Trejo fired 3 shots into the vehicle, striking the rear window, trunk, and a rear tire. One person inside was struck and sustained a laceration. A Hazleton man is behind bars in the Luzerne County Prison tonight, facing several drug charges. According to police, 23-year-old Josh Street of Hayes Street was charged with felony manufacture of a controlled substance, among other related charges. Police say they responded to a domestic disturbance and saw what they believe to be a pill manufacturing operation in the basement. The Hazleton Police Narcotics Division found an estimated 17,200 completed pills, a pill press, and large amount of packaging materials, among other items. Street value of the drugs estimated from $50,000 to $200,000, depending on quantities sold. He was arraigned overnight at the Luzerne County Prison and will answer to his charges before a district judge within the next 10 days. 2 men are behind bars at the Columbia County Prison tonight. That after police in Berwick say during an altercation, one man was stabbed just after midnight early Sunday. The victim, Michael Weishett, was found on Orange Street and taken to Berwick Hospital for treatment of injuries. He told police he was inside an apartment with 4 other men when Dustin Traw began to argue with him. As he grabbed his belongings, Traw began to threaten him to stab him with a knife, which it received lacerations to his forearm. The 4 men who left the apartment were stopped in a vehicle by police. They found a knife and handgun inside the vehicle. Traw was arrested and charged with aggravated assault and terroristic threats. Another man, Anthony Fernandez, was arrested due to outstanding arrest warrants. He'll also be arrested for his involvement in the fight in the near future. The names of the others involved have not yet been released by police. Not a lot of details, but someone was injured in a crash last night on Cunningham Drums Road. Sugarloaf Township police say the driver was headed east around 6 o'clock when he lost control as he reached the top of the hill. Police say it appears the vehicle hit 2 trees. The driver was flown to Geisinger and Plains Township. They say speed may have been a factor in the wreck. The crash was in Sugarloaf Township, about a quarter mile from the Butler Township line. A drums man was killed in an ATV crash over the weekend. Butler Township police say 35-year-old David Adams crashed around 11 o'clock Saturday night at Four Seasons Drive and Edge Rock Drive in Beach Mountain Lake. Police say Adams was headed south on Four Seasons when he lost control, striking a utility pole. He was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and was pronounced dead under treatment. Police say alcohol may have been a factor in that crash. Toxicology results are pending. Some tense moments in Lansford, Carbon County over the weekend as a woman found a pipe bomb in her house Saturday afternoon. She said it was left by her ex-boyfriend. The Allentown Fire Department bomb squad was called in to disable it. The Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives also called in, but there were no injuries. Police haven't said much else, though they did say federal charges may end up being filed. KOZ status for two high-profile Wilkes-Barre lots. One near the corner of South Main and Northampton Streets. That's the site of the proposed announced $28 million hotel conference center. The other is the old Hotel Sterling lot at River and Market Streets. City Economic Development Director Greg Baruch making the announcement, saying the Commonwealth ultimately decides if the planning and other work completed at the sites would meet the state's definition of significant. KOZ status on both is contingent on significant development by the end of this year. Approval from the county and school district isn't needed because they already voted years ago on the properties that were eligible for this KOZ phase. Baruch said getting viable developers for either site would have been possible without KOZ. This final KOZ stage expires in 2025 and does not kick in until a property is constructed and occupied. If that doesn't happen until 2020, the property owner and tenants could receive the break for 5 years. Time now to take a first look at our forecast, and Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Thank you, Paula. Well, we do have some rain that's going to be heading in our direction, especially as we head into tomorrow. You can clearly see it on radar down toward the south as well as out toward the west, leading edge of some rain from the Virginias down through the Carolinas, even out in the Ohio Valley region. Again, that's going to start to spread in our direction. But in the meantime, we don't have to worry about really anything to deal with significantly over the next couple of hours, but then that will change heading into tomorrow. But temperature-wise, 24 hours, getting up into the 50s. For the most part, not doing too bad, but we have some chilly nights ahead. Right now, it's 49 in New Angola, 50 degrees in Berwick, 51 in Bloomsburg, and 51 degrees in Mahanoy City. I'll have the complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. Paula?
Thanks, Joe. And up next, honoring veterans in some area programs. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's orthopedics in action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
This afternoon, students at Mahanoy Area Middle School honored veterans at their annual program. WILN's Julie Stefanovich was there and has more.
A special presentation was held this afternoon at the Mahanoy Area Middle School to honor our veterans. Students prepared a slideshow, sang songs, and gave speeches. They then had the opportunity to hear stories from guest speaker and Vietnam vet Tom Dando. He has been speaking at events for the past 35 years.
It gives me an opportunity to tell people my beliefs about how we should honor our veterans. It gives me an opportunity to talk about the veterans and their sacrifices, so I'm always happy to do it. It's when I get ready for these speeches, I try to find things that I read through the years that fit the idea of Veterans Day. And this is a story of the American or POW exchange during the Korean War. And the difference was when the North Korean prisoners went first, they were well treated by the American side and nothing was really wrong with them. But when the American prisoners came across from the North Korean side, you could see immediately that they were not treated very well. They were weak, emaciated. Some of them had difficulty. And this one particular veteran was that tired that he began to crawl across the bridge. They tried to help him, and he said no, and he crawled right to an American flag, held it in his hand, and kissed it. And I think this tells you what veterans feel about our flag.
In July of 1944, World War II veteran John Stitcher was sent to Europe. There, he fought in the Battle of the Bulge.
We were engineers, as I said, when we were in Betborn, Luxembourg, or Belgium at the time, and we got orders to get out of there quick, and we were right in front of Bastogne, which was where the Germans were headed. And we got on the flank of the battle, and I was wounded in Schlagen, Germany. We did a lot of fighting there, and we did a lot of fighting going up the Brittany Peninsula as infantrymen.
Stitcher also received a special medal for his service.
The medal that I received is known as the a French medal. The Republic of France gave it to me for fighting in France, and it's called the Medal of Honor. And I understand I received it from the French embassy, and I received it from the French ambassador. I had to go to Washington to receive it. And I understand there's like 90-some thousand get this medal.
Veterans Day is this Wednesday, November 11th. We are reminded to thank the veterans for their service not only on that day, but year-round. Reporting for WILN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
This past Friday was First Friday in downtown Hazleton, and WILN was proud to be part of it. WILN's special Vietnam Remembrance and Healing was showed in the auditorium at City Hall. The special screening was hosted by retired Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, host of Warrior Summit Outdoors. Olson talked with those in attendance about the making of the show and why it's important for him to make the show come to life. Before the screening, the Tin Roof Brass Band performed songs for the audience at City Hall. Coming up next, our Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be back with a full look at our forecast and sports too. Stay with us.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
There is something new to look for at your local SureSave supermarket. And quite frankly, when it comes to quality and price for your food, it's the best yet. The best yet means hundreds of items packaged at the peak of perfection and priced for the family budget. Look for the best yet label at your locally owned SureSave supermarket. When you see it, be assured of the great taste at a great price whenever you need it. From canned to fresh to frozen, for quality products at a better price, the best yet, now at your local SureSave supermarket.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide? I'm Jeffrey Warren. I'm here to tell you there is help. If you or someone you know is depressed, dial 800-273-TALK or the emergency helpline at 211. For more information and suicide prevention tips, visit any of these websites. Together, we can save lives.
Well, we got some rain to talk about across our viewing area. We'll have to deal with kind of an overcast day tomorrow with some rain, some drizzle, periods of rain and drizzle, some breaks in between, and also have to deal with some cooler temperatures across our area. But right now it's kind of calm outside. But again, that's not going to last much longer as some rain is on the way. Take a look at the graphic for the day, and we're on the dry side of things across northeastern Pennsylvania, but today will be the last, because some rain is heading in our direction. But in the meantime, the next couple of hours, you won't have to worry about any rain across our area. It's going to continue to remain dry, as indicated by our live Doppler radar. Nothing to show you across our region right now. It is dry. It'll be kind of a cool night across northeastern Pennsylvania. We're in the 40s. Upper 40s are live Lehigh tire conditions. Outside our station in Hazleton, and again, we have not seen any rainfall since the midnight hour. 53 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 49 in Mount Pocono, 53 in Williamsport, 50 degrees in State College. Lower 50s in the Wyoming Valley area. Winds generally coming in fairly light, about 5 miles per hour. Well, here's a look at the satellite and radar. We continue to see those clouds being on the increase across our area ahead of the next weather system, and boy, there's plenty of rainfall down toward the south from Baltimore through Richmond, even down through Charleston and points southward, and again, that's starting to make its way up toward the north and east, and before all is said and done, we're going to be looking at some of that rain coming into our area. A decent amount of rain, a measurable amount of rain as we progress through tomorrow and as we go into tomorrow evening and part of the overnight hours before things start to clear out as we start going into our Tuesday night and Wednesday. Looking at the numbers tonight, dropping down into the 40s. Tomorrow we're only going to be in the 50s. The clouds around, the rain, the overcast skies, the drizzle as well. And notice by Wednesday morning, temperatures will be in the 40s to near 50 degrees. So a decent amount of rain, a measurable amount of rain as we progress through tomorrow, an average about ½ inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch or so across northeastern Pennsylvania. But again, we'll get some breaks in between the rain from time to time heading into tomorrow. We'll also have to deal with some drizzle, kind of a gloomy, damp day. Extended forecast looking like this. We dry out for Wednesday, some more showers for Thursday, and then it looks like it will be dry going into the weekend, but still kind of chilly. Temperatures generally in the 40s for daytime highs. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers: the pick 2, 86, the pick 3, 416, and a pick 4, 5342. Pick 5 numbers 78323, and a treasure hunt number 7, 11, 14, 15, and 17. We'll be back with more after this break.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
That special Senate committee considering whether State Attorney General Kathleen Kane should be removed from office held its first hearing today. The committee is charged by Berwick Senator John Gordner and has among its members Back Mountain area Senator Lisa Baker. It's heard from members of the Pennsylvania District Attorneys Association. The committee is considering whether Kane can function as Attorney General without an active law license. Hers was suspended by the state Supreme Court recently. Kane contends the committee has no legal authority to request documents or ultimately remove her. She's refused any and all cooperation with it, even refusing to accept a subpoena from them on Friday. It was a very special day in the kitchen for MMI Preparatory School in Freeland. Kurt Lindquist, the owner of the Meeting House restaurant in Drums, was cooking up some favorites with MMI's chef Teresa Kerwich. Kerwich, who marks her one-year anniversary at MMI, says she loves cooking healthy and homemade meals for the students.
I fully believe that kids need to eat healthy. They need some healthy alternatives. I love cooking from scratch. We need to have some fresh ingredients in their diet, some fresh vegetables, some fresh fruits, and they really do seem to really love the food. And every day that I come in here, I make a difference. And that's really important to me, that I make a difference. We're not doing processed foods. We're not doing, like frozen chicken patties. We're cutting our chicken fingers from scratch, using fresh chicken breasts and breading them by hand. We form our own hamburger patties. We make our own Salisbury steaks. We make our own sauces and our own gravies. So everything is made in-house, homemade, and we don't have a lot of those preservatives, which is very important to us here.
Lindquist gave us some insight on what the children had for lunch today.
We have a 3-bean chicken chili, a little more healthful side than a beef chili, which has 3 different types of beans, boneless skin aside, celery, all homemade, of course. We have baja, we have fish tacos from the Baja, traditional southern recipe with a white sauce, which is a battered white fish and a soft flour tortilla with a cream sauce made of mayonnaise, sour cream, dill weed, lemon juice, a little salt and pepper and garlic.
Grader at MMI, and he says he loves the food and how healthy it is for all the students each and every day.
The lunch program here is consisted. There's a salad bar and a sandwich bar just in case you're not into the food they have serving. A lot of the times you have a choice, every time you have a choice between a soup and the lunch itself. And normally the lunch itself is along the lines of healthier than other schools out there.
Very sad to say that we didn't get anything brought back to us here at the station today. And now my stomach's growling. Coming up next, Eric DeBerardinis is with us on sports here on WYLN, plus Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik back with a final look at the forecast. Stay tuned.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional air times. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network. Sports on WYLN is sponsored in part by Burger Family Dealerships, Harry's View Pullet, Fairway Chevrolet, Penn State Hazleton, Barber Ford, The Wire Guys, Tri-County Business Machines, Weatherwood Nursing, Hazel Park Quality Meats, John Diana Insurance, Mobility by Steven, Service Electric, Hazleton, S.J. Kowalski Plumbing and Heating, Coordinate Health, Grand Central, and Third Base Luncheonette.
Week 10 brought the drama. Milestones and playoff implications included. We recapped the final week of the regular season in high school football, starting with WYLN's Game of the Week, with Berwick visiting Hazleton. After a scoreless first quarter, the Bulldogs' Daquan Hellenthal sees something he wants and takes it straight speed up the gut, a final adjustment and points on the board. Then Evan Klinger says, I got this, off the bounce, sees his opening, makes a final ridiculous cut, and the punt return touchdown for Berwick as they go up 14-0. Next, it's Mike Force with a quarterback keeper in the fourth. 20-0 is the final as the Dogs give George Curry a W in his final regular season game. Anthracite League now. Tamaqua entered with an outside shot at the playoffs. Marion in need of a victory to secure a first-round home game. Colts up 1 at the half, but not anymore. The Blue Raiders' Bud Moyer twisting and turning in for 6. Then he adds 2 more for the 28-21 third quarter advantage. Start of the fourth, Thorne Devlin boots it through from 23 out to make it a 2-score game. Marion then driving but stuck on 4th and 4. A team tackle for Tamaqua, and they win 31-21, finishing 5-5, but just missing out on playoffs. So, with a Marion loss, Mahanoy with a chance to jump the Colts in the Class A standings if they beat Shenandoah Valley in the 107th edition of the Backyard Brawl. Bears up 20-7 in the second quarter, but the Blue Devils' Noah Allegretta gets behind the coverage, gets the delivery from Ian McCall, and gets into the end zone 20-13 after a failed 2-point conversion. But a quick response from the road team. 2 plays later, Lenny Dolsky makes it look easy. Too easy. That's 77 yards untouched from Dolsky and a 26-13 lead for Mahanoy after another missed conversion. So the final play of the first half, McCall with a desperation heave, and it's Jeremy Urbanavage making the TD snag look routine. Mahanoy leads just 26-19 at the break, but bear down in the second, doubling their score without allowing a point for the 52-19 final. They'll host Marion on Friday. And lastly, North Schuylkill needs a win over 2-win Panther Valley, and they're into Double-A districts. Spartans moving the ball well to start, but get stuffed on a 4th and short attempt. Then the defense comes out, does their job, so the ball back in the hands of Bobby Grigas, who then tosses to the hands of Major Jordan. Nice pickup for number 42. Then number 32, CJ Steinhilber, caps things by lowering the shoulder. 7-0 North Schuylkill, and they go on to win 46-13. A matchup with Notre Dame Green Pond awaits in the first round of districts on Friday. Tonight on Late Edition Sports, a full playoff football breakdown plus plays of the week. But next, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
WYLN was the first to call the races, first with the numbers, and first to get the interviews with the winners. WYLN had the most comprehensive political analysis live in studio and had the most people on the street in the Hazleton area. When you want the information that affects your community first, turn to WYLN.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
All right, what you see is what you get, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, how about that? I surprise myself sometimes. All right, well, you got the rain down toward the south, and that's going to make its way toward the northeast as we start going into tomorrow. We're going to have to deal with rain. It'll be on and off. And then we'll see some drizzle in between. Not the best day to be outdoors. In the 50s, dry for Wednesday, and as we go into Thursday, some more showers, and then going into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be cool, but it should be dry at this point in time. You see some of those overnight lows getting chilly again, dropping down to below freezing.
Ugh. I'm not happy about that.
That's all you need to say.
What else do you need to say?
Yeah, not
Except
much.
You've got rain in the forecast.
Yeah.
So that means be careful driving because those leaves are on the roadways.
This time of year,
Yep, nasty, nasty. You have a great evening, and thank you for watching WYLN.